unless I'm hot.
I drink room temperature, I do, but...
Let me see. Hi guys, welcome back to E and V. That's E, I'm V. I know it's been a while since you guys haven't seen us, but we'll talk about that at another time. Right now, things are so serious in this world. First, it was a pandemic because of the coronavirus. The whole world shut down. And now, you know, with the death and the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and of course many others in the past, and God forbid the present.
Those we don't even know about.
Those we don't know about. It's forced the world to, you know, have uncomfortable conversations about police brutality and, you know, racial
inequality,
racial injustices.
All the injustices. And we just felt that we didn't want to start a video going right back into the videos we used to make, because it's just important to talk about this because it's affecting us, it affects our family. We are going through it. We are Black. We are living it. So to not have our first video start off by talking about what's bothering us, even if you don't even directly think about it, sometimes you wake up feeling like you feel it. Can't help it. So
all right, so we're going to talk about police brutality first. So since George Floyd's death, which was 20 years ago, there has been 120 murders.
20 years ago?
20, oh.
No.
Okay, so since George Floyd's death, there has
been a couple of weeks now.
Yes, and there has been a total of 120 more murders by police.
That's absolutely absurd. Crazy. I feel like considering everything going on.
Some we may not know about, so that number could be higher, but
I feel like
I just read that today.
Everything going on, you would think the police departments would want to be better
and do their job
correctly, but it's just showing you like they don't care. I'm sure you guys watch all these little clips and videos, and they are brutal, and
they're triggering.
They're triggering. You don't have to be doing anything. You can peacefully protest, and they're still attacking. So I'm just glad it's just out for the world.
And it just makes me so mad because you can literally have evidence, you have camera, you have proof, you have videos, and
time and time again, we see they get
off. These cops don't
care.
They're still doing what they're doing. But I'm happy that people are recording. We should be recording.
We should, because it's starting a conversation.
It's their word against ours, so.
And their word always gets taken. So now it's just good that we're all banding together. Like, this is not acceptable. It's not okay.
You're not going to kill people.
Conversations. I feel like for a lot of the white community, of course, to them, the police officers are protecting them. They're helping them. They're serving them. For our community, we don't feel that way.
They're killing us.
They're killing us.
They're making us uncomfortable.
If something really happened to you, would you
mean,
even want to?
It's traumatizing. What they're doing is traumatizing people, kids. Like, come on. Even I'm traumatized. If something happened to me, I'm not calling the cops. Yes. I'm calling my mother.
Luckily, thank God, I've never had a crazy encounter with police officers, but something about it, I just wouldn't want to confront them or go to them or ask them for anything. It's just...
Well, I've had several encounters with police officers. One encounter, well, the last encounter I had with a cop was, I was with my neighbor. We dropped his mother off at a party in the Bronx, and we were on our way home. We live in Queens, so usually his family has a parking spot, but his aunt was in town visiting, so they gave the aunt the designated parking spot just so she won't have to, you know, drive around and stuff. So we were looking for parking, and we noticed, you know, there was a cop car behind us, but we're not thinking anything of it. I mean, we are because we're Black, but we're not doing anything. So what is there for us to be worried about? So we passed them once. They passed us one time. It was fine. Second time, they passed us. They whoop whoop the lights, and we're like, what the fuck? They pull up next to us, and they're like, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys going? We know you guys are driving around. We're like, we're looking for parking. You know, it's hard to find parking around here. You guys know that. And they were like, oh, okay, that's fine. And we're like, yeah, move. So then a couple of minutes go by, and we park up just to like make sure like we don't miss a parking spot. Let's see if anybody comes out. They pull up behind us, and they're like, get out. And we're like,
wait, what?
Yeah. They were like, what do you guys, get out? And we're like, wait, get out for what? You just saw us. We're looking for a parking spot. We're parked up. They were like, get out, going crazy. And then, you know, my friend.
What was the reasoning for?
They didn't have a reasoning. And then That's what my neighbor said. Like, okay, for
Right.
what? Why? And they're just going in. So it's just like I was just like, yo, just get out. I'm calling your dad. As soon as I said I'm calling your dad, the partner goes crazy on me. He's like, get on my door, like get the fuck out. And I'm like, wow. You do all this for the camera?
That is traumatizing.
I had the camera flasher and I was like, don't worry, I'm calling your dad. And then you're going crazy.
You see how it just escalates and stuff
For
like
no
that.
reason.
You literally just seen them. They literally told you why they're circling, and then you're gonna.
But the thing about it too is the guy was like trying to make us come to the back, and then my neighbor was like, I'm not going to the back because you're not gonna plant shit in my car. I'm staying right here. If you want to frisk me, you want to do anything, do it right here. You have no reason to go in my
They
car.
didn't even say why
you
you're
don't have
being
permission. Thank you. You don't have permission.
drugged.
But he said if you want to be a dickhead today, I could be a dickhead with you. Like, I'm not going to the back because you're not gonna plant shit. And I was like, all right, I see you knowing your rights.
It's crazy.
But
they just are the biggest gang, period. They really back up each other. The good cops that
I'm sure there are good cops. Like, nobody's
whatever
saying
that
there's
means.
bad cops.
I don't think I feel like there are. However, I feel like if you're complicit in what your partner or stuff that you've heard is doing and you do nothing about it, how good are you?
You're just as wicked.
You're just as wicked. So this is why people are upset. This is why people want to change. And I completely am here for it.
We're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Why is it that our kids have to be dead? Why is it that our kids have to be detained? It's 1 in every 3 black men would either go to prison or go to jail, and 1 in 17 white men go to jail. Do you see
That's
the
crazy.
discrepancy? That's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And stop killing our black men.
That's all we're asking for. Systematic racism. So I feel like all of this that's happening is because cops really weren't here to protect us. Honestly, America's not here for us. It's literally for the white person, and we just contributed to their wealth.
Yeah.
And I feel like systemic racism, well, I don't feel like I know, is everything that's happened since slavery till now.
Yeah.
It's, you wonder why you can't get a job when you're more qualified than your white counterpartner. I've experienced times where it's like someone's uncle happens to work in the company, they're just straight out of college with no credentials, but they will get the job before the African American does. It's another reason why African Americans in C-level positions are all, what is the title?
Like diversity
and inclusion.
Like, what is that made up title?
Exactly.
And they'll just have one black person,
Yes.
like, for affirmative action.
They're the only one.
Like,
so it's absolutely ridiculous, and people don't. I feel like I had this awkward conversation with people where it's like they don't understand.
and they don't even think twice about it. It's not odd to them.
Yes, I've seen a whole conversation where a white person will say, well, I don't feel like more black people have to, like affirmative action. They don't feel like it's needed because it's like if you work as hard, you'll get the job. But you're not understanding that white people have a greater advantage. You guys have been propelled. You guys have been fed into like investments, invested in. And
That's
black
why-
people are trying to catch up. We're just trying to catch up.
That's why, like, when they, like, check the box to see what, your race.
Check it?
I'm like,
I never check it. But then guess what? The catch-22 is that if ever I do get the opportunity to interview, you're gonna see I'm black.
and
I
then
can't
you're like,
hide that I'm not black. I can hide it over the phone, but once you see me,
you lied.
exactly. They get up. It's like, you're not what we thought. We're gonna go the other way. So it's just in everything.
I don't know
that
if
we do.
I just don't understand what's wrong with being black. I don't understand why.
And getting a home and getting a loan. All this is systematic racism. Where you live has a part to do with the redlining.
Exactly.
Like, it's so much.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Right. So the question is, what we want from it is that we just want a fair playing field. We're not asking for anything different. We're literally just asking to be treated differently. If you're in a company,
We're literally asking to be treated differently. You mean we're asking to be equal?
No, to be treated differently than we are now. So just be treated equal. To have a fair.
They're lucky we just want equality because
That's
technically we run this world. This world would
That's
be
it.
nothing without black people.
Contributions
The
we make.
spice, even the spices and the ingredients, the dance moves, the flavor, everything.
And we just
the lingo,
got it.
everything is just the black people, and your world would be boring if black people didn't exist. So you need to start putting some respect, okay, on us.
That is true. And into that, I just feel like, have you had uncomfortable conversations about it?
I've had a lot of uncomfortable conversations. I never knew that I was friends with so many ignorant people.
Would you say it's across the board, or would you say just white people? White friends?
More, I had like white friends, Hispanic friends, Asian friends. It's across the board. Cause
do you even have to like school some black people?
I don't have to school them, but I have to, sometimes they're like talking more about the protesters looting, and I'm just like, skirt, skirt. That's what they want you to do.
Which is more important, property
my brother,
or life?
My sister. Don't forget what they did to us in Tulsa.
Life.
Don't fall for that propaganda. That's how they're getting you. Stay focused.
That is true.
Stay focused.
I think these conversations are important because we had this before. This is not the first time, but I feel like this is a perfect timing because of COVID. Everyone's home and we're just like, first of all, people have lost their jobs. People are figuring out how they're gonna get groceries, and on top of that, you're killing us. Like we really can't catch a break.
This is the perfect time for all this shit. Okay, it's the perfect time for this protest. A perfect time for us to just come together and just take down the system. Like they picked the wrong time to fuck with us.
Yes,
the wrong time, and I'm here for all of it. I love it.
I'm here for everything. I feel like these conversations I had. Well, I didn't have a conversation, but I do have some white friends, and I noticed that during everything, nothing was posted.
Oh, they were quiet?
Didn't post for Black Tuesday, which I'm with, because I feel like a lot of these companies are posting, they're not really about it.
Yeah, they're just trying to be down.
Yes, but I'm noticing that it's like, it'll just be like, posting my dog, up, just chilling, barbecue, and it's just like, you don't know there's World War Z going on outside. Like, you have no commentary. Like, we're cool when it's like, oh, like, I'm the different Black girl, but it's like...
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't see that it's a whole thing going on, and I feel like that just... I've been on an unfollowing spree because you're not my friend if you have nothing to say about it. If you don't want to have this conversation about it.
I don't have time to teach ignorant people. Like, I don't have time.
And
it's not my job. I'm trying, you're not getting it.
It's not your job.
It's not my job. You're ignorant.
And then I would even want to just tie it down to white people because that's not fair. I feel like I had to have this conversation with Black people.
Yeah.
I had to have it with Spanish people because some Spanish people don't believe that they're a minority. I'm like, Trump wants a wall built. It ain't for like, it's not for white people. Like you're a color. Like so it's having these conversations across the board. Like even some, I'm not even gonna lie, me being African, a lot of conversations when someone gets arrested is what do they do, and I feel like that. Why does it have to be that? So it was just having open and honest conversations across the board with everybody, just learning more. I knew a lot about Black history, but I've learned a whole lot more.
I knew Black people were bomb and imperative for the world because you know American history is nothing without it's Black history.
Yeah,
but it just feels so good, like just reading more, and it's like wow, we're
learning more. Right?
We're more amazing and then you know you can ever imagine. And I'm Haitian, and you know Haiti was the first to revolt against slavery, so that makes me feel a little good. But yeah, Black people are just so amazing, and it just makes me so mad that people
this is
don't
even a topic, right? That, like, isn't it crazy that equality is a
in 2020?
Oh, it's crazy. I feel like the solutions. I'm liking what is happening. I'm liking that people are trying to defund the police or looking to better ways. I know some states they're trying to not have the police be the first contact in what is it? Not violent
they're gonna have no guns and
they're gonna have no guns. It's just gonna be like people who are communicating if the scene is unviolent, which I agree with because the first reaction for a cop is to draw a gun, which is absolutely absurd. Even on kids, it's traumatizing.
I just think they're so scared, and they need. Police officers honestly should go to school.
That's what they keep saying, that they're scared.
They're scared, but you can't have a position like this and be
that
scared.
If you're scared. You cannot be a doctor talking about I'm scared of blood. How does that make sense? Make it make sense.
You can't be a punk with a gun. Come on.
Because then you would shoot everything, which is what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
but their first instinct is to always grab a gun. When somebody's resisting arrest, they're resisting. Okay, and it's 5 of y'all on top of them. They're not going anywhere. Who cares they're resisting? Taser them or something then. What are you reaching for a gun for, you punk?
It's just, we're not complaining about even you shouldn't be beating people up. That's horrible too. But we just want our brothers and sisters to live. That's it. Just to have another day. A lot of these situations should not end in death. It should not. So I'm here for defunding the police. I feel like they get way too much. I didn't know they get, was it 100 trillion?
Yeah, or billion.
That is
absurd. I said what?
For all of the stuff that
all the money y'all have?
Yes. I'm here for them having to report
and uniforms are ugly like that. And
I'm here for them having to report any violence. Like all these steps that we're taking, I'm here for, but we still need more. But it's a first step.
Yeah,
first step. I'm here for it.
A baby step.
So I feel like that's a change.
With a cane step.
I feel like tiny. I feel like schools you were talking about should teach more about Black history.
I feel like a reason why I know there's a lot of people that don't understand Black history or Black people. They need
not just for a month. Even when we do Black History Month on February, they're not talking about nothing.
They talk about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Madam C.J. Walker. If your teacher is a little hip, but if I feel like more people understand Black people more if they taught Black history.
Like, what is Black history? Because right now they'll say they have Black history.
I mean, a lot of people didn't even know about Tulsa. I didn't even know about Tulsa. about how we had Black Wall Street and all
Yep.
these amazing stuff. I didn't know we had our own bank, we had our own airports. Like I was like crying, like wow. And they freaking bombed it and destroyed it. And then you want to come talk about looters? Like, come on.
Do you feel like it should be like in general? Because I know that is optional for like when you're in college. You can take these courses.
No, it should be mandatory. Just the same way they teach about the Holocaust. Y'all need to teach about Black history.
I mean, considering that happened in your country.
Yeah. Black history is like about a good 6 months though, but still not enough. But it's first
something, because I feel like learning about Martin Luther. Of course, like he's done a lot, but it is imperative to learn about everything. Like
when people talk about Martin Luther King, to me, that's how I know they don't know a lot about Black history, because they're just using this. God forgive, like, you know, the same generic. He's like the spokesperson, him or Malcolm X. But it's like, that's how I know you don't know, because you use the same.
Yes. I feel like it's important to teach about the systemic racism in Black history.
Go more in depth, like what we had to deal with. Show uncomfortable pictures.
Yes, exactly.
That people understand.
Wait, did we learn about Emmett Till in school, or I
didn't learn about Emmett Till. I learned about it from my mom.
I feel like I probably had to learn on my own. I don't remember.
I learned about Emmett Till from my mom.
Right.
Can I interject? So, when you talk about Black history, this is where the problem lies, right? We always take it back. Everybody knows they're from Africa, where you have the black skin. But what do you really know about Africa at that time? Did you know about, I think Mansa Musa, he was like rich and was...
I did learn about that in school though.
You learned about that in school? So
I did learn about that in school.
I think first you need to know about yourself and the pride within yourself. Then you take it, because it's a transition. So from there, you go into, slavery. All the things that happened to Black people up until to date. And so the problem is, you know how they say...
They cram it in.
In Africa, they say it takes a village to raise a child. So Black people have to start understanding we have to collectively work together.
Yes.
Every time you separate yourselves, it's very, very difficult to fight against oppression.
That is true.
Remember,
what would America be if there were no Black people here?
It would be bland, like their salt and pepper
Black
chicken.
and dry.
Aside from bland, like all these jobs that Black and brown people do, how is that going to keep the economy going?
Yeah.
It's just important to buy Black, support Black. We put all this money into these designers, and we can literally support our own.
Yeah, we need to have more banks, more everything, more grocery stores. We just got
financial leverage.
We have financial leverage. Yeah, to make it equal.
Financial, and people having issues getting homes because the banks don't want to give to you. So we just have to do more for ourselves, because it can be done. The more we unite, there's a lot of us, and our money has input. It's making all these companies feeling the pressure to put Blackout Tuesday on, make these commentaries, the generic.
They know how important the Black dollar is.
The Black dollar is very important. So we just unite together. What can't we do?
We make everything more lit.
And I just want to stress that fact that it's not a Black versus white.
Yeah.
It's literally racist
versus everyone.
Versus everybody else.
Everyone.
You know, if you see someone doing wrong, we want you to be against that.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not
we just want y'all to understand that Black people
are going hard. So it's just right versus wrong. And so on that note, we just want to also talk about mental health. This has been a lot.
Yeah.
I just noticed sometimes, like when all of this was happening, I noticed I'll go to sleep and my heart feels heavy. Sometimes you'll bust into a tear. You don't even know why. It doesn't have to be your family. You are directly affected, because this is what's going on now. So it's definitely important. Take some time out to yourself. Go for a walk. Have these conversations with your family.
I just feel like seeing all these killings on tape. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter who you are. It takes a total.
Yeah, it does. Because for that
has a heavy heart every day.
Her conversations was like, it's upset and why. Like she
even
was,
see like Eric.
upset.
I still even think about Eric Gardner screaming, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." You know, things like that.
Yeah,
Philando Castile, how he just got shot like out of nowhere. He told the cop, it's like things. It's just a lot.
You don't even realize,
and it takes a toll on you. So this is like just. Take some time to yourself. Talk to someone.
Treat yourself well.
Sometimes you do need to take a break from social media, because it's great information, but it's a lot.
It's a lot,
and it hurts. It really hurts.
But it's necessary.
But it's needed.
And we're gonna push through, because we always push through.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable to talk about, but
it needs to be done.
It needs to be spoken about, because Sadly, it's our
what we're
reality.
living. Yeah.
And we don't want this kind of world for our children and for the future. So we just kind of, you know, we have to try to put a stop to it. We need
this
to put
is
a
a generation for that, because we
don't play.
We don't play.
We are the grandchildren of the ancestors you couldn't kill. So
we ain't playing. So a change is gonna happen. But on that note, we hope you guys are being well. Stay safe. Remember, COVID is still a thing.
Yes.
Just go protest, of course, but be protected, be mindful. And what's important to us is what we're living. So it's
and take
important
care
to
of
share
one
that.
another. Be nice. Take care of one another.
nice.
Like, this world is already cruel. Just be
Exactly.
nice. I'm not nice, but be nice.
As nice as you can.
As nice as you can.
But thank you guys for watching. Again, we'll be back with more content. Like, subscribe, comment, and see you later.
We didn't cry. We didn't cry.
It gets emotional.
We didn't cry.
All right.